Hey everybody, this is Larry, this is me going with Q4 of the bi-weekly contest 107, count 0 request servers. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord, let me know what you think about this problem. So this one was supposed to be a medium. I actually honestly did get the idea, maybe, I wouldn't say slowly, but it still took me a long time for the implementation. It's very easy to make mistakes, and basically the complexity is an exercise in amortized analysis as well, so it's very easy to kind of get confused a little bit and maybe think it was too slow, which I think I fooled myself a little bit for a couple of minutes. The key idea is just doing it one server at a time. I think for me, during the contest, I really thought about how to kind of structure this. I thought that, well, n and q are both pretty big, q being the number of queries, so you can't really do n times q, right? That's just way too slow. 10 times fifth times 10 to fifth, that's 10 to the 10, and that's too much, right? So basically, you have to do everything in the perspective of either each query or each server. And honestly, I spent a long time trying to figure out each query, but instead at a later time, I just did it in terms of each server. And maybe it's just one of those things where, you try both and then see which one works, like following it through logically and solve it as you can. I think queries, maybe there's a way to do it, but I couldn't figure out an easy way to kind of merge things. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, but I'll go over how I do it. First thing is that queries are not given in order, so you have to kind of do some magic to make sure that they are, to get it in order. So basically, the key idea is really that I treat everything in a defense type thing. I don't think this should be it is on top because of how it is, but it doesn't need to be. So let's put it here, but also this prefix thing as well, I suppose. Actually, it has to be here. But the idea, okay, so the first thing we do is that we combine, or we group things by the server time, right? By the server, and then each item will have its time in the server, right? So basically, what I do here is that I use a prefix array. And here, the idea, and I'm going to actually paintbrush it real quickly. Let me draw it out. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to be back and having, drawing things. But basically the idea is that, okay, you have this timeline from negative infinity to infinity, right? So basically, I think the key thing to exploit, which I didn't talk about yet, is that x is constant. Because x is constant, you can look at it in the perspective of the queries, and you can look at it from the perspective of the server, right? Because if x is not constant, for each input, then, I don't know, it would be you cannot look at it as easily in that direction. But because x is constant, you can actually do the reverse thing of, okay, from the server's perspective, you can say that, let's say we received a request at 5, right? If x is, say, another x is equal to 5, one way to answer queries is just, for example, if you answer a query from 5 to 10, okay, that's fine. But you can also do the reverse of blocking out the server from 5 to 10, and then any queries that begin in that thing would overlap, right? So basically, it's like almost like calculating overlap between two spans, because basically the idea is that, okay, let's say you have this query. This is a query that goes from A to B, right? And you're trying to see whether there are any points in it. Well, another way to think about that is that, okay, well, if we have this point and we draw this point to the queries that are no good, right? So for example, if this point we draw it to here instead, then and here we draw it to here, and here we draw it to here, right? Basically, now we can combine all these no good zones into one big no good zone, and if any queries are made within this time, they're no good, right? No bueno. That's basically the idea that we're doing here. And yeah, we'll probably have to come back to the drawing in a sec, but that's the idea I want you to kind of get across visually just for a sec, right? And the prefix is just to it's just to count the number of good servers there are. Basically, keeping a track of when it's offline and online, right? So okay, so for example, if there's no traffic from K, then this is then what this is saying is that this server is good from -infinity all the way to infinity. So it's good during the entire span. Otherwise, if we do get requests, then we sort the requests. And then we're saying that for each event T, we block it out from T all the way to T plus X plus 1, right? Because it's supposed to be 2 T and T plus X inclusive. And I did actually get a couple of wrong answers because of off by 1 situations here. But yeah, it runs good from T to T plus X. So on the plus 1, we subtract it back out, right? And that's basically the idea. And then after all this, we group them all together and we go, okay, so now for every span, and here, another way to think about it is that, let's go back to the visualization for a second. This is basically saying that once, so you could kind of draw the prefix sum in this way, but basically the entire timeline, this is 0. Let me actually do it with a different color real quick. So this is 0, this is 1 overlap, this is 2 overlaps, right? So up to here it is 1, up to here this is 2, up to here this is 3, up to here this is 2 again, this is 1, and then after this is 0, right? So that's basically like, this is a way, maybe it's a easier medium Leetcode problem of like, okay, count the number of overlaps and stuff like this, right? For line segments. So that's basically my visualization for this problem. And basically looking at code, it goes, okay, if current is 0, then that means that the delta is going to be positive, right? You could actually, if this makes it clear, you could write n delta is greater than 0. But the only way that you have an event is if, actually that's not technically true, but either way, because if delta is 0, then you just process the next thing again anyway. But yeah, but this is saying that, okay, that means that what this is saying is that, okay, so from the previous point to the current point, we mark it as being used, right? There's a request that blocks queries from previous to T. And then now we add the delta, because now it goes from 0 to 1, right? So now you basically, if you go back to the visualization real quick, now you're saying that basically you're looking at this chunk, right? And here you're looking at this transition point. You're going, okay, from 0 to 1, there's a transition point. And then the other one is going from 1 to 0. And yeah, it goes back from 1 to 0 because it adds some delta, which presumably is negative, goes to 0. So then now it's at the previous point, which is the beginning point of your segment. And this is the end of the segment, and because you have the end of segment, you kind of add it to this prefix sum, and then at the end you also add, that it is available, it is free from previous to, so the last point all the way to the infinity, right? So these are the points that were available, and yeah, and then at the very end we look at all the prefix keys. And then we sum it up all together. So this is the summing of the prefix sum, so that you kind of get the rolling sum in that way of the number of servers that are available and when their availabilities. You can think about this the prefix, right, is just in terms of scheduling, just a server schedule, right? So basically, you can say, let me delete this real quick. You can say that, for example, server 1 may have, from negative infinity, you have, it is free here, it is free. What the heck? Sorry, hang on. It is free here, it is free here, and then free here all the way to infinity. And then basically, you have server 2 that is maybe like here, it goes like this, and then like this, maybe, or something like that, right? And the idea here is just that we sum it all up, going from left to right. We're going to have a +1 event here, +3, I guess, -1 here for the end, -1 here, +1 here, -1 here, +1 here, and so forth, right? So now we want to pop that. That means that, and then now we sort the queries, we find the queries, and we kind of put them in that way, because basically we have a query here, 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 maybe. And then as we kind of process these events, we know how many servers are free, regular scheduling stuff that is perhaps too layered is the confusing part. And yeah. So then going back to the code, we just kind of, we want to sort the queries so that we can process the queries in a good way. But of course, we have to return them in the same order, which is why we have this thing where we sort it by the query, but we also keep track of the index so that we can set up the index to fix the answer once we know the answer. And of course, this is going to be the two-finger algorithm as we sort from left to right on the prefix. We also kind of pop off the queries to kind of get the answer. That's basically the idea. We'll go over the code real quickly again, but going over the complexity first. This is linear in the size of the logs. This is linear in the size of the logs for, well, this is one for each server, and then we sort, but in total it's going to sort the entire thing. So this in total is just n log n, where n is the number of log entries, right? And then the prefix also contain at most the number of log entries, which is n, 2 times that number of entries in prefix, because of the way that events are set up. Because there can only be we only create 2 events per log entry, so it's still going to be n log n here, and yeah. And queries, we also sort queries to get it in order, but everything after that is just O of 1 for queries. So in total, this is going to be O of n log n plus q log q time, and space, I think it's just n plus q, right? We don't do any fancy data structure. So yeah, let me show you again the top, and maybe the middle chunk with the processing of the events, and then the second processing of the event with the sorting at the end. So yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Let me know your questions, and we'll go over it. Yeah, I'll see you later, and you could watch me solve it live in the contest now. 426. All right, count 0 request servers. Log server ID and time. What am I looking at? So I'm not focused. Focus. Server ID. Okay, so that's when you guys serve request. What's X? X query sub I minus X. Array sub I with. So basically in the last X seconds or whatever it is. Let's take a look. No, is it a time event thing? So from 5 to 10, both servers. Oh, we have 3 servers. Okay. Queries in increasing order. No, but we could sort it. This is a medium, in fact. Did I open this incorrectly? No, it's another medium. N is 10 to the 5th. Yeah, I think it's just all event stuff, right? So literally, we just have to keep track. So fine. So X is the sliding window, maybe. So basically, how do I structure this in a correct way? So 2 and 4, so we set up the 2. We know what happens at 2. Oh, am I just being dumb? Am I just like, for each n, for each queries? No, you can't do each n and then each query, because then that's way too slow. Oh wait, how many queries are 10 to the 5th? No, you still cannot do n times q. I guess that would have been obvious. Can you do sliding window? Man, I'm missing something. Seeing that this is a medium, that's not actually, like, it makes me put more pressure on myself. But how am I doing? Seems like I'm number 1 though. That seems dubious. Why server issues? Let's say I process these in order. I can't really keep a set things. So, and you can't really just do it at the beginning and the end either, huh? At every time interval. Okay, so how many servers get at least one request during the span? Maybe that's a better way of doing it. Right, so then you keep a set. You can, but you have to do a union of those things. Man, I feel like I'm just confused a little bit. How many servers get at least one request? Is that an easier query? If I do sliding on X, what does that look like? We can normalize the numbers. It doesn't, well, maybe. Really struggling with this one. Is it a event-based thing? What happens when it's an event-based thing? At the beginning of the event, you go, okay, these are the servers that have a ping. They could go in and out. And X could be big, so you can go crazy on that. Huh. Server bus ID my own. Trying to visualize it a little bit. Okay, so instead of thinking about each server, we have to think about each log, right? Each log will block. Can I think about it in terms of X? There are a lot of log entries too, so we can't really just do the. So we have to do the queries have to reuse some information for it to be fast enough, even in order. And you can't even just take the min of a range because something just pop in and out like a sliding window, but this is no request during then, so the min is not good enough. If I have one server, what would I do? Well, one server, I just binary search every time. So that's probably not good. 1 and 4. What does one block out? So X is constant. We should take advantage of that. What does a log entry block out? So 4 blocks everything on from 4 to 6. So then it's just a union of all those things, am I right? Alright, I think maybe that's it. Maybe I just confused myself too much. But they could overlap too, right? So that what if you have a 3 and a 4? And X is 2. They're only log entries. Okay, I see. I think I'm confusing all the variables together. I think that's not that bad. If we do all the logs together on a server, and for each server, you can basically generate a range. And each server, meaning for each query. Okay, I think I get it now, but I still have to put it together. I think there's a couple of things. So I think we can just sort it. I don't think it matters. Maybe it does, but for server and time in logs, let's just put it together in a better way. I put it together in a better way, which is apparently using single variable names. Fine, Larry, you're so cool. No, let's see. Okay, so now we have those server in a good place. And then for K and L keys, right? L sub K, we want to sort it, but we don't need it sorted. I think that's already sorted. And let's just sort anyway. So we just remove this one. Okay, so now we sorted. We want to say event is for. I want to say use X. This is terrible X name, but okay. For T and L sub K, we want to say the two events. We want to add one event. We want to add one event on T, and it times out in T plus X, right? Something like this. Yeah, okay. And then now we want to sort this event, and we want to say for T delta and events. Okay, if current is equal to 0 and then delta is equal to +1, that's when we have to stop, right? So the previous is equal to -infinity, say. I don't know that I think I'm doing it the right thing, but I feel like my implementation's a little bit off from what I want to do. But okay, that means that delta is a plus, right? So that you're going from a thing to an end. So that means that this server was available before. That means for queries, for queries, that means that we want to add one from -infinity to current, or to T minus 1. From previous to T minus 1. How do I do that? How I do that is actually using a binary index tree. Oh, a segment tree. Is that true? Do I need a binary segment tree? No. All I need to do, and we don't even need this yet, is do a prefix sum array. Okay. Prefix of previous, add 1. Prefix of T minus 1, subtract 1, and then previous. Okay, and then now current we added to delta, right? And then if current is equal to 0, meaning that it got from non-0 to 0, then now we can add previous is equal to either T or T plus 1. I may be a little bit screwy on this. Okay, right. Prefix is equal to whatever. and then this is so annoying to code, but I'm smart enough. Come on, Navi. Believe in yourself. You got this. It's just grind. Okay. Okay, and then basically now we go through for key in prefix.keys, but this time we want it sorted. So current is equal to 0 again, and then now current we add it by prefix of k, right? And now k, let's say last k is equal to negative infinity, right? Let's put this in a deck. And now while length of s queries is greater than 0 and s queries the top of the thing, the number on the top of the thing is, I don't know if this is less than or equal to. I have to I have a lot of potential for off by ones, and the examples probably don't show a good job of it. Then s queries up to answer of this is equal to current. Are we? No, it should be current. And then s queries top pop left. Something like this. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. Alright, let's at least... I mean, I think the idea is maybe right, but like I said, there's so much potential for off by one. So let's see, let's print out the prefix first. Okay, so the prefix is 2 to negative infinity to 2 is 2. And there's negative 1 after. Did I have my indexes right? What is this? What is this? So from 5, why is this negative 1? Actually, the prefix array shouldn't have negative 1. This is a little bit awkward, actually. So if it's currently equal to 0 before the delta, then that means the delta will bring it to +1, meaning that the server is used. So that's okay. So that sounds good. But then after adding delta, this is going to be the previous. Is this right? So this is the beginning, but then the next one will kind of confuse this. So that's just weird. Oh wait, no, that's right. In theory, maybe. Huh. Alright, let's put out events. This is a struggle, but okay, fine. Okay, so 3, 1, 8, 1. That's for server 1. That sounds right, maybe. What am I saying here? What am I saying here? Okay, so that's true, I think. But then, oh, I have to add another one from to infinity. Okay. So then now after all the events, Okay, is this giving me the right answer? It's giving me an answer. The first one's right, but I think that maybe that's just lucky. Because why would the prefix sum have -2 in it? Right? Oh wait, no, that's right, actually. No, this is right. I think I just forgot that I didn't collapse them yet. Okay, so that means and then at 10, oh, this is not sorted. So that means that from 5 to 10, there's none, okay. But this is still wrong. Because this should be actually like, this is 0 servers, not the number of servers used. So given 10, it has one server. I guess no. Maybe that's just off by 1 then. Right, that's wrong, but maybe that's off by 1. T plus k is no good, so 5 to 10. Oh, this inclusive though, right? So actually I think this index is oh my god, I think I'm just debugging off by 1s at this point, because the 1 5, it should actually, okay, so the -1 should be this plus 1. I see. Okay, I mean, this is very weird, but maybe that's fine. But yeah, but this should have 2, so this is... So at 2 we change what? Oh, this is the prefix so at 2, and then at 2 we change y. Why do we change at 2? Where does the 2 come from? Where? Oh, t minus, maybe from this one, t minus 1. So it comes from 3 being have to be counted. Okay, fine. So oh, I see. So this is actually for k and n, or range of n, to do the math property. Maybe I could do the inverse of it, but I feel like that's harder. Oh, k is equal to 0, we continue. Maybe that's good enough. I see. Well, we want to do basically previous of -infinity, we add 1, infinity, we subtract it. Okay. Okay. Well, oh, not previous, prefix. Alright. Now we got the query. For query 10, it is right because from 5 to 10 we have 1 machines used. Wait, what? Okay, so, 1 machine free. Okay, so this is 3 machine free. 2 machine free, 1 machine free. Maybe I got this wrong. Maybe this isn't. And now why does it think it's 2? Because at 10. Oh, it should be 11, right? What? Oh, no, that's why it's 11. 5 to 11 is 10. I think I did this a little bit wrong then. So, because we did it so that this thing is to the next number, right? I think I need something like this first. I think that's right. That's the stuff. That's the juice. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Okay. I think this is good. Alright, let's give it some. I don't know if this is good. I want to say I think this is good, but no. No. But it's way easier to make it off by 1 is what I was going to say. Okay, what is this? Number of 0 requests. At 28 and 9, definitely this server 4. But why do I think? Oh, jeez. So for request of 28, I don't need some of this stuff. Hang on. Uh, 28 is 3, so why do I think it's 4? $29. Off by 1s are killing me. Okay, so then now at 29.4. Did I mess that up? Oh no! Oh wait. What? 29 is 4. That is actually wrong, maybe. Depends how I read it, actually, but we added afterwards, that's why. That's a little bit weird. Fine, let's take a look. I didn't really look at the thing. Okay, so you start 4. What is going on here? Is there 7 servers? No. Something is really wrong, actually. Oh no, this is just not sorted, that's why. Okay, fine. So at 4, so this we're at 0. Going to 4, we're at 4. We're at 4 before that. Okay, so that's what this is saying. So 19 to 23 is 4. Is that true? So okay, so no, I mean I guess I see why, but okay, let me take a look. So 21 means 20. Something's a little bit off. Why is 21? should be like there should be a 30 thing, right? Like 21 to 30. Why is this prefix thing not looking right at all? Oh, I'm an idiot, am I? This is one indexed. That's why. That is a very silly mistake if true. Oh my god. I think I changed it in the last second thing and then I just, oh man. I was like, I don't get it. Why is it just not processing? But now this is wrong, so I think. So let's not be hasty in submission. Though I fixed this, but not this part. Why is it -1? How can it even be processed? Oh, -1 just means it's not processed. Oh, what? Why is there a random 4 lying around? What is it? 3? Prefix keys? No, that should be good. Why is it? I did fix it, I think, but not this one. They're just all unavailable? Okay, fine. It's, so many silly mistakes somewhere. Okay. Okay, fine. This is so silly. So much debugging. And 4 and 3. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. But how does this even come up? Did I mess up something somewhere? So the events is... Yeah, these events are fine. Oh, these are the events that are not so fine. -1, add 1. Oh, because I don't combine these. Yeah, okay. That's a easy fix. I was just trying to think whether there's another way to fix it, but I'm just being dumb. Fine. I thought I handled this way, but I think what I need to do actually, because you're supposed to handle the plus first instead of minus. I think that's the other way of doing it. Can I write it in a cleaner way? Yeah, fine, just do it. Man, it took so long on this one. Wait, why am I doing it this way, actually? And then now I can just do events. I guess I was thinking of someone else, I don't know. Alright. Let's hope this is right this time. One index silliness. Spent so long debugging one index, but that was another bug, so there's one bug one way or the other. Hopefully this is right. Oh no, really? Huh. Wow. I mean, it's probably another off by 1, but that other off by 1 was pretty sad. Let's see. This one. So query 5 is 20. 5 is 20. Yeah, did I get an off by 1? I guess so. What is going on here? So 0 to 21 to 20 is... Yeah, that makes sense. What am I doing wrong? It's 6, right? And we query... So K, what is K? I have an off by 1 on K. K is the last number. It's both the last. I'm doing it weird. Okay. I don't think this is right either. Because I think now it handles it slightly differently. But I'm handling some stuff inconsistently with the off by 1. Because basically so this should be, no, this should be, I think it's something like this. Yeah, okay. I think I handled the -1 inconsistently. Yeah, okay, fine. That is a hard one to handle. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. It's just that I'm bad. All right, let's go submit. Please. Okay. I mean, the algo is pretty okay. I think I got the algo pretty okay, but man, it was tough getting it right. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem, this contest, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.